All right, so here we go. Fresh off of vacation, man. I couldn't wait to get recording these videos. I haven't dropped a video in about 2 weeks, but your boy is back, man. And I got a good little video for you today, man. And one that I have been asked to review and to do when it comes to MagSafe battery packs. And we got the Anker 633 versus the Anker 622. Now, this probably is one of the most popular Anker MagSafe battery packs, period, on the channel, man. You guys absolutely love this one. The view count when I did the video of this one was absolutely outrageous. And the new boy came around, the Anker 633, and I think this one is slowly becoming a champ in my opinion. So I felt like it was time to kind of review both of these compared to each other because honestly, it's not even close and I don't even recommend one of them for you to go out and buy anymore when the new kid is on the block, if you already kind of get my drift of what I'm saying. All right, so let's go ahead and move the phone to the side and let's talk strictly MagSafe battery packs. Now, first thing, let's go ahead and start off with capacity. All right, now when it comes to the Anker 622, this is going to be rated at 5,000 milliamp hours. All right, so you know this is one of those battery packs that's not going to charge your phone from 0 to 100. It may can get you from like 0 to like 70, but it won't get you from 0 to 100. So that's one thing to think about when it comes to the Anker 622. All right, but when you step over here to the Anker 633, this thing right here is rated up to 10,000 milliamp hours. And yes, this is a MagSafe battery pack that you're able to charge your phone from 0 to 100% and also charge it from 0 again to maybe almost halfway. So even probably more than halfway. So the Anker 63 just absolutely destroys the 622 when we are talking about straight capacity and what you can do with it when it's charging. All right. Now, when you look at the size of both of these, okay, now as you know, the Anker 633 is going to be bigger because it is packing a little bit more juice. But when you look at them, in my opinion, I don't know. For me, I don't feel like it's a dramatic of a difference of the size when it comes to both of these. Yes, this double the capacity with the 633. It's going to be a lot bigger, but honestly, I really don't think the weight and the size of it really differs a whole bunch when it comes to both MagSafe battery packs. So I feel like either one of these, if you just happen to slap this on the back of your phone, now yes, the 622 is going to be a little bit lighter when you're talking about using it day to day, but when you look at the power that you get of this bad boy here, I don't think you'll be disappointed, and I don't really feel like it's too much of an eyesore or a super cumbersome thing on the back of your phone to, you know, compared to what you're getting when you're talking about power wise. All right, now another major thing to talk about when it comes to these MagSafe battery packs, and basically any MagSafe battery pack to be, for any example, honestly, is going to be heat dissipation. All right, which one? When it comes to MagSafe battery packs, one thing that you have to be concerned about is how warm they get, man. I have like over 10 MagSafe battery packs, and some of them get warm, some of them don't really get warm. But the one that gets the most, the one that is the warmest the most is going to be the Anker 662. The 622. This thing right here kind of gets uncontrollably warm, in my opinion, when you use it. And this is kind of a common characteristic when it comes to this MagSafe battery pack. And I think that's maybe the reason why Anker decided to make the bigger brother, the 633, because when you use this, and you let me know in the comment section down below, comment and let me know if you have a 622. When you have this hooked up to your phone for an extended period of time, this thing has a lot of heat that is generated up off of it. All right. Now, you know with the 622, you do get that kickstand. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but I love this MagSafe battery pack. This was one of my favorite MagSafe battery packs, but as I kept using it, I realized I didn't really like how warm that this thing got when charging. Open up the door to the 633. Even with the power, this thing really does not warm up nearly halfway the amount that the 622 warms up. I think this was something they have made progression. Anker was like, you know what? We know that's a problem. We need to be able to fix it. And we also going to sprinkle a little bit more milliamp hours in at the same time to give you that more power. So it's safe to say, whether you use this plugged in via cord or if you use it via MagSafe on the back of your phone, this thing, I'm trying to put the MagSafe on, this thing does not generate a bunch of heat. And that's one thing that I really, really appreciated when I finally got to using the 633. All right, now next up, talking about some more characteristics. I mean, when you look at the physical characteristics of them, both of them you charge via Type-C. All right, you can see kind of the same Type-C, the kind of blue follower in there, so you can do that. But the thing about the 622 that's a little bit limited is you can only charge just one device at a time, all right? You can only literally charge this up one time. But when it comes to the 633, you can, of course, charge something up via regular USB. So if you want to just plug in something USB, whether it's your Apple Watch or you want to do a USB to Lightning, USB to C to charge your iPhone or Android phone, you can do that. But the magic and what I really love about this battery pack is the 20-watt power delivery out coming from the 633. I recently took this thing on my Brazil-Argentina trip. This thing absolutely knocked it out the park and just basically solidified the #1 spot for me when it comes to external MagSafe batteries, because it was in such a pinch in different scenarios. We were always going. We were going. I may have not charged my phone up overnight. I literally can plug this in Type-C to Lightning, and this thing charges up your phone. Even though 20 watts isn't the fastest out there compared to what we're seeing in the Android market when it comes to charging speeds, but 20 watts for an iPhone, it literally charges it up very quickly. If you just put it on a charger and you don't touch it, you can really get your battery percentage up there in a hurry by plugging this into the 20-watt power delivery. Now, when it comes to this one, I'm not sure if this is even rated for 20-watt power delivery. I don't know if Anker even gives this a output rating. On the website, all it says is best use with the 12-watt Apple charger. So I'm not 100% sure what the charging speeds of this one is, but Anker is giving you basically 20 watts when it comes to this. So you got MagSafe wireless, you can plug up something via Type-C, and it's going to give you 20 watts, all right? And keep on going through with it. This actually supports pass-through charging. Now, this is where the 633 is just going to run away with it and kind of leave this in the background, kind of tuck and tail. So we'll leave this right here in the corner. But the 633, to give you some more accolades, it supports pass-through charging, meaning you can put your phone on the battery pack. It will charge the battery pack itself and also at the same time charge your phone. That is something the Anker 622, I think, does not do and is not advertised of doing when it comes to pass-through charging. Also, let's keep moving it on. It has a nice little stand on the back of it, all right? Now, this stand compared to this stand right here, I don't really know which one I like the best. Both of them just kind of do what they do in a funky type of way, so it's got to be kind of personal preference when it comes to which one you want to do with the stands. I don't necessarily use the stands. I used to, but the only time I find myself using this stand, if I'm out to eat or something like that, if I'm by myself and I want to kind of prop it up to watch some content, as you can see there, you kind of got to be a little careful because the stands really isn't that sturdy when it comes to it, all right? It's mostly used to be popped up in portrait mode, to use it like this, but it's not going to be super duper sturdy, but it's there in case you do want to use it. But there was another feature that I want to talk about with the 633, and I kind of lost it when I was just talking about the stand on it. But this actually gives you the ability to turn off and maybe just use it as a stand. So say you're charging it, boom, as you can see it charging, you see your indicators there. Let's press and hold the power button and it turns off. So now it's no longer charging, and say, hey, I don't need it to be a charger, but I do need it to be a stand when I'm out and about. You can turn it off and use this strictly as a stand for your phone. That is, once again, something that the Anker 622 does not have. You can turn it on, but when you hold the button here, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it really turns it off. It may turn it off. See, it does turn it off, but this is going to automatically turn on when you put it back on. It's going to automatically power back on, and it's going to automatically, let's see. So if it's on, let's turn it on. All right, let me see. I could be wrong here. And then I turn it off. And let's see if I can keep it as a stand. Yeah, see, this right here really can't be turned off while it's connected. I'm holding the power button, and this one you can't turn off while it's connected, all right? So that's one thing that I like about the 633 is that you give the ability to actually turn it off and use it as a stand. Say, for example, if you don't need to charge the phone, all right? So last but not least, both of these are going to charge at the same rate when it comes to wireless MagSafe charging. Both are going to be 7.5 watts. You already know it's going to be a very slow charge no matter what MagSafe battery pack, whether it's the official Apple one, out of box, ESR, Pataka, it doesn't matter. They're all going to charge at 7.5 watt wireless charging. But To give you the quick rundown, and in my opinion, if you're out there looking for a MagSafe battery pack, please go out there and get the 633 because it basically checks all of the boxes when it comes to MagSafe battery packs, especially compared to the 622. I don't know why you would really go out and buy the 622 anymore when the 633 exists. We're talking about double the capacity. You have 20 watts fast charging through the USB-C port, power delivery. You can charge another device via USB right here. You can actually turn it off, use it as a stand, and it does not get warm like the 622. In my opinion, it's a runaway. If you're thinking about buying either one of these MagSafe battery packs, just go out there and get the 633. This is a $20 difference, all right? When you're talking about a 22, this is going to be $59.99, so $60. This is going to be $70.99, $80 for $20 more. It's a no-brainer to go out there and pick up the 633. This just gets it done. This is let's just go ahead and say it. This is my favorite MagSafe battery pack right now that I currently own, just because it gives you the power. It remains cool. I can turn it off, and I can charge multiple devices at the same time, and it charges them up very quickly when it comes to that 20 watts. All right. So if you're looking for either one of these, go out there and pick them up. Like I said, this right here is going to get you from 0 to 100% and give you almost 0 to 50% on a charge when we are talking about a 13 Pro Max. And if you have a 13 Pro or a 13 or a 13 Mini, the numbers will vary greatly, all right? I think with a 13 Mini, you can actually charge your phone up 0 to 100 twice with the 633. So I just wanted to kind of make this quick comparison video to tell you about the two. Honestly, if you're out there looking for a MagSafe battery pack, just get the 633. It really isn't no reason to get this anymore. This is hot, low capacity, doesn't support pass-through charging, can't turn off to be able to use it, only charges one device at one time. It really makes no sense to go out there and get the 622 anymore, especially when the 633 is out there and beasting when it comes to MagSafe battery packs.